start live.
And then put start soon. I guess I'll put start soon up, even though not much is going to change.
Can they hear us?
Yeah.
You can hear us?
You're coming in.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I think you're coming in multiple places, Julian.
It's a blink twice if you're stuck in captivity.
Julian.
What?
You're coming in 2 sources, so you're probably echoing.
And?
Just, you know.
Where's 2 sources? Yeah, I'm gonna come in on 2 sources. That's the... Oh, because there's... What?
I don't know why you're coming in from 2 places.
Well, yeah, because I had to record my voice.
Ah. Turn you guys down to like half of the volume of voices. Might be good. I hope so. And then I need to get YouTube chat up here. Blink. And then this stuff. And then we're gonna pop out chat, and hopefully my audio's good.
Pop out the chat, man. The chat, man.
That. So there's YouTube chat. Hey, what's up, Madam? How you doing? You got in before I was able to get chat up on the screen. Okay. And then I am checking overall mix. So I gotta plug into. What do I even have to listen to the overall mix? I don't really have anything. I can listen to it through my computer, but then it's gonna start echo tunneling. I don't know. Hopefully we'll just find somebody that tells us that our sound is okay.
We could just listen to it on headphones somewhere.
Well, I think that's the problem.
Huh?
Weird noises. All right, welcome to a Saturday stream. I haven't done one of these in a little while, so we're probably not going to get a ton of viewers. Although my averages are usually okay. Let's see. I hit done on the title, right?
I don't know, man.
No,
I don't even know what you're doing, bruv.
I'm asking myself. Copy the title, reload the page.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's the glucose sensor.
Yeah, that's a weird place.
It makes you feel like a mech when you have it on your shoulder.
Does it?
No, it's just really out of the way. I don't
put it like here, like right here.
I don't wear backpacks. It has to. Actually, well, I think you can do that. Just put it right behind my ear.
Like beep, 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 beep,
there might be stuff that I don't really want to puncture there. There was one guy that had his glucose sensor on his ankle, and because his sock held it in place, apparently he was able to get good readings for a month. But these things only last 10 days until your body kind of attacks it. And yeah, you got to choose a spot that you're not going to rub up against in 10 days. So I do shoulders.
Head, shoulders, knees, and hose. Knees and hose. Right?
Something like that. Sure.
Oh, shit. Yes, dude.
Julian can't even hear me, so.
Because it's, yeah, bored. It got bored.
I'm here for square and saw waves. Yes.
Okay.
We already had Julian play around with the VCO that I built, and it didn't blow up his whole setup.
No.
But it's not compact enough for Julian to like it, so maybe at some point I'll make a 2 HP VCO of some kind. I don't know how I would fit anything in this form factor, though. Oops. I keep forgetting to switch to this one. I just throw you guys up in front of the camera. Oh, so you stopped playing it as soon as I put it on camera?
Oh no, I'm about to play it, man. I was just getting it set up, bruv. Damn, you breaking my balls, man. Quit breaking my balls.
You're set up.
Stop breaking my balls, man.
This is a setup.
Quit breaking my balls.
Dave's like,
Set my balls, Mr. Garris.
How do I get both of you hacks on camera? I can either move the camera away or I can move it closer to the table. But if it's closer to the table, you can't really see what they're doing. Also, how do I get that channel to be up top? I think I need to go to my sound properties, right?
Nope.
Oh no, that's all the way up at the top. How do I move them? Ugh. Does OBS let you move? I really need this to be closer to the... It's really annoying. How's it going, everybody?
Who the fuck to what now?
I don't have a ton of people here. No, nothing.
Oh.
Just seeing how everyone's doing.
So this is cool. This module, the platform, is open source. So you can program, like there's a bunch of different versions of it, but it's all the same hardware.
Okay. Oh,
And
cool.
it's just got a USB-C in the back running, I think, Daisy.
I don't know what.
I don't know, but it you can make your own firmwares for it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's a lot like what the VCO that I made was, because it's on an RP2040, and it's got the Salin key filter, which apparently means you put PWM into the thing, and somehow audio comes out the other end. And apparently that I could use as a filter or whatever, because it's got input and output on one channel. But what you describe is multiple different channels, and all the hardware is like known.
Yeah.
I lost a viewer.
Yeah, whatever.
I know, exactly. We're just doing it.
Well, let's do some stuff, man.
Yeah.
Let's fix some things.
All right, so...
Why don't we fix a mix? Let's fix a mixer.
Yeah, we'll just get to
Now
doing what we're
let's,
doing, and then people will show up
Yeah, if they want.
as it's going. So, Julian and Dave are here. How's everybody doing? There's several
that
people
camera?
watching.
Where's that camera?
It's right there.
Oh, hi. Hi, Chad. Oh, it's Chad, okay.
Yeah, it's chat camera.
What up, Chad?
Um,
Oh, it's chat camera.
yeah.
I get it, Chad.
Rabaz calls chat Chad, so I put a sticker on the camera that says Chad. You guys may not know that because I never show that camera on camera. Although I could.
Show these cameras on camera.
Do I? See, it says Chad underneath it. It's
Yo,
just
mama
a
says
little
Chad
joke.
underneath it. That's not true at all.
Unbelievable.
Look how hot I am.
Julian is a very warm individual. Dave is also here.
Dave's back there.
There's Dave. Look. Hi, Dave. All right, that's all you're gonna ever see of Dave. What did Dave bring? What does he have?
Huh?
What did Dave bring?
He brought you that power supply today.
No. I mean,
Oh, it's an EMX? Dave will have to tell you about it. But we need to mask his voice. It's an old. What is that? Explain it. Talk to my microphone.
It's just a drum machine and synth all on one with its own sequencer.
A sequencer. Did Mike Tyson make it?
Yes.
It's very classic. It's great for the technos.
Neat. Yeah, so
And
they
I
brought
have,
all their stuff in, and I guess they're just gonna.
We're just gonna do whatever, make noises. You like my guitar disc?
That is pretty cool.
My string disc.
You got this little string disc.
So that got recorded into this morphogene here. That's now being used to replaying it back and like adding some stuff, and we got some reverbs.
And you got a front panel for the Marblex.
Yeah, you knew that. You've seen it.
I have?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that. I've seen it. I wish I could get both of you guys on camera. It's hard to do. The guitar disc.
We don't need to be on camera. Nobody needs to see me.
Nobody needs to see. Nobody needs to know. Yeah, so we're still, I mean, I just started stream. It's going to take a little bit for people to filter in. Live for 10 minutes on Twitch doesn't get you a ton of viewers. It's
Dude, we are super popular. Relax.
duration. I know. But Julian and Dave have brought stuff that they've broken. So I have something to fix today.
Well, you're fixing mine.
Yeah.
But
fixing
Dave
this guy.
didn't break his.
Dave didn't break stuff. Dave
No.
just has things. There's not much to this, which is good for me.
What, that guy? Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you look at it, these are leaning forward. So I think that even this kit assumes that you're going to smash those pins closer to the knobs.
Is that what I should have done?
Probably. I mean, it's not something that you should absolutely not have known to do that.
Okay.
It's just the thing that maybe they assume that you would be doing with this, because you can see this is leaning forward a little bit. Fatanon! Only one more month. That means you 68 months. Yes, it does indeed. 68 months of Fatanon. One more, and then we can all just say nice, and then we can move on with our lives. We can finally move on with our lives. How's it going, Fatanon? How's your weekend? But yeah, you can see that these are leaning forward a little bit. So it looks like because of this right here not being bent in, it's just a little bit. That's right, you've spent the past 100 years in Factorio with no end in sight. The update, you were saying the update is like 5 times larger than just the DLC should be. 2 weeks in Factorio.
So what did I break?
Oh, well, we'll see in a minute. Me and Factorio feels a lot like, you probably don't know this, it's a factory game where you build something that, you put down something that mines something, and then you put down stuff to transport the materials, and then you put down something that assembles it into something.
Nerds!
The thing about games like that, all right, that's disruptive and annoying. You're being disrupted. This is disruptive. The thing about factory games like that is it feels a lot like building a circuit board. So the same part of my brain that gets tickled by doing stuff like this is what is exercised by games like Factorio. So I would rather get something productive done instead of jumping into the time machine that is that game. Although we didn't figure out how to do cuts in the board edge. That's something that I need to look up and figure out how to do. I have productivity. You've just been sacrificing what? Sleep? It's like that Shen meme where you have to replace something in your life. There's so many logistical challenges. I can't even wrap my brain around how you, going to space. You have gotten sleep and work done, so you're very rigorously scheduling your factory time. Because something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. At least that's how it is with me.
Something's gotta give me.
It's usually sleep that goes away.
I didn't say that.
Are you guys synced up? Is
No,
Dave?
he's not doing anything at the moment.
Oh, that's right. He's sound designing, which is a lot of noises that we don't want to have dominating the stream. There's also, so in addition to, I went to bed at 1:30 last night. I woke up at my desk at 5:30.
You woke up at what?
At my desk.
At your desk.
At my desk. Weird noises in the
You
background.
woke up at your desk? At what time?
5:30.
5:30. You woke up at 5:30. Okay.
I don't like that that's become part of the song now.
It's gonna become part of the song. You're always gonna be part of the song.
I'm always...
You woke up at your desk at 5:30.
Stop making fun of me!
I'm not making fun of you. If I was making fun of you, I'd
taking
make
the
a joke
stream
about
ambience.
diabetes.
I've heard all of them. There's no new jokes. So yeah, you guys are at about half of the voice volume on my
Okay.
mix.
I'm just gonna let this play
Yeah.
for a bit where I talk about making fun of you for diabetes.
That's not what I want to have happen on my stream.
It's not your stream anymore, it's my stream, huh?
I have an extra
Oh
hand.
no, I pumped something.
You broke everything. This is just the overview of my desk where I will be working on stuff in a minute.
Overview of your desk. You realize that you and I have known each other for about 25 years?
You're not on camera. You need to be on camera.
Oh, I'll be over here. I'll go over here.
Yeah,
I'll
go
over
to go to the other side. 25 years?
25 years. Like 99, right? We met in like 99.
I think it was a little before.
I was
No.
a senior in high school.
Yeah, you were. I think so.
That's when I met Paul.
Well, no. Did we know each other
Lauren.
before that?
Nope.
I thought we did because you would go. You knew Christine.
I didn't know her till
After.
senior year.
Okay.
Till college, actually.
All right. So there it is.
Oh, you know what though? No, maybe I did
think-
because
yeah.
no, I didn't know Christine, but I knew people that knew Christine.
Okay.
But yes, you and I never met.
Okay.
Anyway,
We never met. Oh, see, I got you that rail and everything, but you brought a much smaller setup this time.
Oh, yeah.
The rail up there. Oh yeah, there's the link to stuff. The song's getting Animal Collective vibes. Yeah, so Jules and Dave are just doing their thing, and as usual, it gives us kind of a nice little weirdo electronic background for us to enable Julian and Dave to make more weirdo electronic backgrounds.
Yes,
I have 80 hours in Factorio over the last 2 weeks. It's been a second job. Holy shit. But what if you had 80 hours into designing a circuit board? I don't know. Chat should be a little smaller than this. I'm going to make you guys a little bit smaller. Put you guys over there. I'm putting chat over here. You guys are dangling off the edge of the table now. Although I guess I could do a transform to make it look like you guys were on the... Okay, can I do like a weird... Oh, whoa. And then how do I do like individual transforms on this to make it trapezoidal? Transform. Edit, transform, copy, reset. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, horizontal, vertical, fit to screen, stretch to screen, center, blah, 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 blah. FS and D will reset that. I probably need a plug-in in order to do that. I don't know if OBS does the, yeah. We'll put you guys, I'll write you guys again. Actually, that is kind of fun though, having chat go down the wall. Oh no, now I can't find you guys. There you are, okay. When he does that, he's coming in on 2 channels, so it's gonna be really weird. And then he makes it even weirder by adding it to his reverb and screwing around with it. See, the thing about knowing Julian is that when you listen to his music, you know what his voice sounds like, and you can identify it even after it's been doctored to no end. It's a little bit weird. It kind of takes you out of the music. When I go, oh, that's his voice. That's how Julian says stuff weird. I know that weirdo gremlin. Yeah, I apologize about this table.
Okay.
Originally this table was supposed to be for brewing, so there's a big stainless steel drain right in the front of it.
There doesn't need to be this space between us, Dave.
Yeah, that table was supposed to be for my brewing setup, and that never kind of happened. So.
You should open it and see what it is, see what it looks like. You know, fun.
Just enough space between them, not make it weird.
It's always going to be weird.
Oh, so now you can hear me.
Well, because I took the headphone
Selective hearing. He doesn't listen to me at all. Those guys are just right over there.
Huh?
So. All right. So the thing I'm fixing is
a mixer
this mixer
that I broke.
Yeah, keep room for the Lord and/or just religious types, or unreligious types, or maybe people who worship the spaghetti monster. The chemicals between us, the walls.
I wish it was
of my weenus. I don't. Yeah. something penis. Yeah.
Hey, that's inappropriate. So when
you're inappropriate.
I'm in the wrong spot. I should stand over here.
I should set it up so you can stand to my left. I should probably be over here, but then I would have all this equipment in my face.
No,
but the problem is, you can see on this desk that as I work on stuff, old stuff gets neglected and starts moving this way.
Yeah.
And so there's this trash barge that just sort of forms in this area, and it starts to kind of push me over to this spot where I'm controlling the stream and doing stuff on the computer, and eventually I will be sitting all the way over here, and I'll go, I need to clean up my life. What the hell am I doing here? And then I have to put 150 Thonky Kongs somewhere.
Donkey Kong, bro.
I know, Thonky Kong. I should call them Yangshi, Series GX, because they're not Thonky Kongs. Thonk buys them from China in mass, and then calls them Thonky Kongs, and then the only place to reliably get the good ones. So, and then there's a knockoff Thonky Kong. It's an earlier design that doesn't have the metal shoulder that these have. So these have this little metal shoulder on the jack. What that does is when you tighten the bolt, it's tightening against there. Instead of the knockoffs, where if you tighten that bolt, you're tightening against here. It tightens against the plastic, and so this tries to extrude itself out of the very unreliable rivet that they've attached that threaded barrel with. So they break almost immediately on actually twisting them in. Yeah, they had an opportunity to call them Funky Kongs and get sued by Nintendo, but they didn't. They called them Thonky Kongs because they're thonk. Fat, how does the mix sound? Is everything okay? I want to know that my audio's okay, because I haven't plugged headphones in to listen. And YouTube should be getting audio. Yeah, Madam, you commented on it. It's good? Oh, excellent. Because we're using ASIO, which means that the mixer is via USB talking to my computer, and I actually don't think I needed ASIO. I was going to have Julian and Dave come in separately and then mix them, because previous times Julian's been fine, but then Dave's mix was like super hot. But now Julian is apparently handling it. Dave goes in through Julian, and then Julian goes into me. So it's this. it's a bit of a
It's a human centipede, Jesse.
It's a human centipede. It's a human centipede.
That shouldn't be as funny as it is.
We laugh
but it was
here.
really funny.
It's because of my deadpan delivery. You know how I do. It's the deadpan delivery.
I wish that had been recorded.
This is on YouTube You can always rewind it. And
so that when you power it on and you plug an oscilloscope into the output, you will see that it's just automatically outputting a negative voltage of some amount. It should not be. It should be putting out no voltages, so that when you fill it with voltages, it puts out the voltages.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to quickly boot up here. I want you have to experience this with me. Come on. We're going to quickly boot up my oscilloscope, right? So I'm going to hit the button now, and this thing will snap into action and be ready to go. So it's a very quick boot. This thing comes to life almost instantly, and then we get the ability to start testing signals. Very quickly, you press the button, and it comes right up, and then it takes almost a full minute for my
Seriously?
Yes,
Why?
because they're using an Android OS apparently, and I don't know what it's doing.
Wow.
It's almost a full minute for my oscilloscope to boot up. Now,
to be fair, and only
to be fair,
I'm going to speak to you like I would to my students. If you know it's going to take a minute to start up, you start the motherfucking thing when you first walk into class.
It's still going.
You don't wait until I start teaching to turn on your computer. You turn on your computer when you walk through the door, Jesse.
You're bored of the spiel now, and it's still booting.
Okay.
You've given me an entire
That is pretty funny.
spiel, and it's still booting.
This was the oscillator, right?
Yeah, that's the Salon Key filter from Hajiwo.
Hajiwo.
Yeah, Hajiwo's awesome. He's a Japanese YouTuber who creates super cheap modules. Now he does cut corners, as in he doesn't count certain things. Yeah, this is
He doesn't count.
This RC car goes 35 miles an hour.
Oh, that's insane. Good lord.
It's got I have the GPS speedo in there, and then I'm going to do headlights and stuff on it too with these little magnet connectors. This has been like an AutoCAD project. You can see where things.
Funny.
This is I think almost $200 RC car, so it's like pro.
That's crazy.
I had to see what pro RC cars were like, and this thing is, as you can see, able to completely destroy itself by hitting a curb.
That's so
but I made it look like a Lancia rally car
awesome.
and all that stuff. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun with it. I get to be a big child. You said that you feel like a 10-year-old. Well, I act like a 10-year-old.
Yes, you do.
I do cool projects like a 10-year-old would. Hajiwo makes these super cheap circuits, and so I took one of the designs and I kind of made a PCB for it, and I used some mutable instruments schematics in here to do everything.
What do you mean by he he doesn't include certain things?
Like the front panel, he doesn't count in his costs.
Oh, okay. So if you wanted to make your own panel, you mean?
There's certain things of it that will be a little bit more expensive.
Gotcha.
Class starts on time, but not after everybody's ready. Okay, so here's the thing about this oscilloscope.
Damn
that
right,
I
bro.
spent so much money on that I can
It's
now,
on.
Yes, and I can have it on camera
That is pretty dope, though.
because this is a website on my intranet. Not on the internet, it's not public.
Not internet,
Intranet.
intranet,
It's
David.
important that you sound like a nerd when you say these things. But this scope is 60 FPS, and this is a touch interface. So if you open up this website, and I forget what the URL is, if you open it up on your computer, you can actually control the oscilloscope over the network.
Oh my god.
So part of where I used to work, we had the top shelf just like I have here, and we had a monitor on the top shelf, and you would put the scope on the top shelf so that your boss wouldn't breathe coffee breath down your down your neck while you were working. You can stand behind and see everything that's going on, so it's pretty cool. It was $800. Scopes are not cheap. Okay, so you plugged this thing in wrong,
Probably.
and it blowed up,
Well, it didn't blow up, it just didn't work.
and it didn't work.
Yeah, so I think...
So it's a meow mix.
Yeah, it's a mixer.
Meow,
You have
meow,
3
meow,
inputs, mono, 1 output, mono.
1, 2, 3, out. Neat. So yeah, the thing that Julian, that we're designing for Julian is actually a dual stereo mixer. So it's kind of similar, but it's very difficult to do stereo. I'm gonna have to get a voltage controlled, I guess, amplifier unit, and then I can have one knob do the 2, and so it'll be 2 and 2, and then the stereo output through the Thonky Kong. Whew, that's a lot. So anyway, this thing broke. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty simple because it's only one chip on it. I mean, if we look at the design of the thing, we've got input, 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 and they're using wide pads for the thongs. Look at that. This is the more of these two. I keep calling them 2 HP. The more of these two.
Well, they are 2 HP. 2 HP is a company,
It's
but
a company.
It's also the size.
Okay, that's also so I can refer to it as 2
A
HP.
2 HP module.
Okay,
yes.
okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, because I had been accidentally calling it a 2 HP module, which it is. Okay,
And I might not have soldered that middle pin right there.
Yep.
It's like,
it doesn't look like it's used. Although, no, you did solder it. There's solder on the other side of the board.
okay.
No, wait.
there probably is, just not
Yeah,
great. So
it's
you-
okay. That's easy. That's easy.
It was a, yeah, it was like a,
Yeah,
It's
so
from Waveform
with
magazine.
modular synthesizers, sometimes they sell kits, and the kit just means that they put down all of this really annoying to solder surface mount stuff, and then you solder in the through-hole stuff. So this thing blowed up. What is this chip right here? This is probably a TLO72. What is it? I can't see. I need better light on it. I see 172. We're looking for the text on top of this.
Yeah.
Let me pull in another light. That usually helps a little bit. Okay, hold still.
Don't you have a zoomy?
Well, I can, so,
0.
It's upside down. Here, hold on, let's get closer. Let's get closer.
Enhance.
So to get closer,
Enhance.
we have a very scientific method of getting closer.
We move things.
We move the camera closer. And
Go.
wait, oh, I don't know why I'm forgetting how to use the setup. No, that's too close because that would mean I can bring in the Z-axis and then we can get close enough to read like silicon on the chip.
Z's nuts.
R4. Okay, and it's so far away that if I barely touch it, it causes a huge earthquake. If my leg touches the table while I'm using this like this, it will shake with my heartbeat. 072C, so it's a TL072, which is a 2 amp, it's an operational amplifier, and there are 2 amps on that in that chip.
Operational amplifier.
I don't know how they're mixing 4 channels with that.
Mixing 4 channels. 3 channels, man.
3 channels, rather.
3 channels, man.
Sorry, they could only fit so many channels on this
Tres
thing.
channels.
This has Julian's grease all over it. Look at that. Disgusting.
Yeah, man. I'm sticking him
All right, let's get back here.
Greased it up, bro.
So I don't even need to remove the PCB or nothing. I can just put in a new TLO72, which I have tons of because of this stuff. So let's just get back here, and we'll go... This one... No, that's the wrong one. This one... No, that's the wrong one, too. What is... Wait, where is that? That's over there. Where did my... Did I... Huh.
Huh? What?
No. I moved... Oh, I see what's going on. Some of my scenes have moved around, and it's confusing me.
Rastaman.
Huh. I'm going to leave them there for now, but... This needs to go up here. There we go. I think that's what I'm used to having. And then these are the weird ones, the weird scenes that I never use. They're just weird combinations of stuff. That is a nasty... What is that? What is that nasty spot on the desk? All right, there's this. What's up, 3D Printer Shack? You sound like you like 3D printing a lot. We do that here. We do a lot of 3D printing.
That's dope, dude. Yo, so this DC coupled output, right?
Yeah.
So I can open up MiRack, the VCV rack drawn on here, and sequence modular from the sound card. Word.
It's mostly Julian's setup on camera here. Dave is hiding in the bushes. Dave of the famous Dave's M303, which is still under the knife. I'm waiting on a couple parts for this thing so I can try to get it fixed up, along with the other viewers' 303 as well. And then eventually we'll get back to reverse engineering the 303, so I could potentially make my own, and then we'll be all like Carl Cox up in this place. So I'm gonna start just squelching. All right, let's see here. So we need a TLO72, which I know I have. Load cells, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Did you see I got a battery-powered angle grinder? That was the latest tool. And then the other cool one is right up next to your head. A tiny chainsaw. Yes, it does. Be careful if you want to play with it, because chainsaws originally were invented as a surgical tool. Dave is saying you're talking to a guy that used a router on his hand one time. Yeah, Fadanon, Carl Cox is... I'm dating myself if I talk about Carl Cox. Carl Cox is a pretty famous... I think so. Is it Chicago? Is he out of Chicago? He's an acid house
Detroit,
guy.
Maybe.
Detroit, yeah, maybe that's what it is. They listen to some hard music there, and they listen to very repetitive, squelchy noises from a 303. So if you want to know what the M303 is supposed to sound like, look up Cox. I mean, Carl Cox. If you're wondering what that weird noise is, that would be Julian. He's from Ingerland. Ingerland? Yeah, that's pretty close.
I can never remember which ones are which. So Carl Cox. Well, no, who's the... Look up,
Where am I?
Look up, like, Detroit House. Chicago House.
Yeah, Chicago
What was
House.
the name of the guy? And what was but who was the dude? Who was the Chicago House guy? No. Oakenfold? Wasn't he? I think he's like Danish.
Dave, you got to talk into Julian's chest. You're not interested in being okay, because otherwise they hear. I just Googled Cox.
You just Googled.
You guys
Cox?
can't hear
Wow.
half of the conversation. It's like you got to do that thing where you're talking to a Muppet and they don't speak any sort of decipherable language. You have to like repeat what Dave said and kind of interpret it. TLO72. Julian, I hope you know that you are dwindling my supply of TLO72s.
So tell me how much they are.
I'm running out.
Yes, you are.
TLO72, SO8, dual op amp. And I've got a bunch of them, and a lot of these I begrudgingly have because of Beautiful Instruments. Ridiculous.
Those things are tinier than
They're impossible.
my hands.
They're impossible. The
like that, Dave?
The problem with the Mutable designs is that she was using the smallest possible stuff in order to work it onto one PCB. And then when I soldered everything, there were all kinds of errors in the solder. The thing about these electronics, Julian, is that the really, really tiny stuff is the same shape as the middle sizes that I use. So the stuff that I'm comfortable, hey, what's up, Brink GG? The stuff that I'm comfortable building, it looks the same, but it is completely impossible to solder because at that scale, your hands are moving a lot and you just feel completely inept. It really annoyed me. It humbled me, but it more so it annoyed me to build this thing. And then I was talking to Toil, which is a YouTuber that has sort of tutorials on programming these things, and we were trying to figure out what was wrong with mine, and I had all these complicated issues that I was looking into, and it turns out just going over the pins with a soldering iron was all it needed. It looked soldered, but it wasn't. Obnoxious. And so all of that work, you know, talking to some YouTuber who's more famous than me and getting like on their good side and having a pleasant conversation, and then it all boiled down to these very complicated issues. Oh, no, I just soldered it again. It's fine. God damn it. It's just embarrassing is what it is. All right, so let's get to soldering here. Let me get to actually replacing stuff. Julian is here. Dave is here. They're making sound. There's sounds in the backgrounds, and they've brought me a bunch of gear that they fucked up to fix because these guys can't seem to plug stuff in ever. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't understand. They just can't handle plugging stuff in. Should we use hot air on this? Analog circuits are a bitch. They're not really, well, okay, yeah, that's actually the analog part of the circuits, because mutables are like, this is like a high-powered digital rhythm machine, and it's on this STM32, it's a $14 microcontroller, because I guess they don't make them that much anymore, so they're hard to find and get. But it's, yeah, the analog parts of this are what failed. God damn it. Oh, Julian's using his guitar circle, which is literally a circular guitar. Oh, but is he outputting on it? I can't. I wish I could change the location of these things in OBS. I've got all these sources that I'm not using. Ah, it's so annoying. I think I need to drop the ASIO. Oh no, the reason I used ASIO is that I could pan the channels to be stereo inputs. So I guess I have to still use it. But it negates the mixer because it goes directly to the mixer channels. You can hear it? Cool, cool. All right, so let's get this chip out of here. Easiest way to do it, in my mind, is just to use hot air. It's a tool that not everybody has, although to be fair, they're getting pretty cheap nowadays, so you can pretty much just pick one up. And then we got to do a little multimetering in a bit. Let me get all these funky connectors out of here. All my buttons and all my stuff. We've had kind of a messy week here of getting nothing done. I replaced all of the chips that I was supposed to on this 303, and it's still super quiet. I'm just beside myself with that one. Bought a cheap hot air station in August, and it works great for the 3 projects I've used it for. Yeah, when you need hot air, you really need it, but you can get away with not having it for quite a bit. But having the hot air means that I should probably be using it. So let's get this thing over here. It's a lesson.
Ooh, fancy.
This is a less invasive way to get the chip.
That is the coolest vibrator I've ever seen.
You really don't want this anywhere near your Ghibli bits. Let me tell you that.
My Ghibli bits?
Yeah, because this thing gets to 500 degrees Celsius. You're about to see some hot shit.
That's how hot I am, yo.
This is going to be hot shit over here, man. All right, so what I'm going to do, I mean, we can do a miniature hot air tutorial. I have this on a middling airspeed. I don't know if those are standardized across units, but I have this at 500 degrees Celsius because I don't want to sit around and wait for everything to get warm. I just want to blast it with the heat and be able to get the chip out of there. We're not concerned with saving the chip, but this is the easiest way to remove it without risking the pads doing anything awful. There are multiple ways that you can remove SO8 chips. You can pry up the pins if you're like one of those masochistic people that likes pulling the legs off of bugs. You can put a whole bunch of solder on either side and just skip from end to end. and then all of that solder has to be molten at the same time, and you can pluck the chip off that way. But some of the pads might not actually be molten, and if you put any force into it, you are ripping pads off of just the FR4 substrate, off of the circuit board substrate, and surface mount pads are not strong. This is much to the chagrin of the people who designed basically every single USB interface. They don't believe you when you tell them that surface mount pads are not strong, and then you have USB devices where you plug them in and the whole damn connector just pops off. It's USB Micro was plagued with this. And then they also don't like holding heat for enough time for these legs, even if they are through hole, to actually fully solder. So a lot of headaches were caused by people who know how to repair stuff, re-ing, in regards to surface mount pads not being strong. Because when that connector rips off, it'll take with it some of its pads, and so you have to go upstream in order to attach to any kind of a data or power line. It's obnoxious. So what we're going to do is we're going to blast this with hot air, and we put a little flux on either end.
Is it Aeon flux?
No, it's tacky flux. Aeon flux is not that tacky, although you are dating yourself as a Gen X. Or forgotten generation, I guess is technically what we are.
No, we're the generation that got completely messed up.
Completely fucked
We've
by
been
life.
so messed up by so many
so
things. We have watched so many terrible things happen.
So many world-altering events.
From childhood.
Just happening. Yeah. So this is a TL072. They mark pin 1 by having a little fillet on one side, which is my most hated pin 1 marking, because you never remember what the hell pin 1. Pin 1 is here. They put a dot on the circuit board, but whatever chip manufacturer does the little fillet on the side for pin 1 can go fuck themselves, because I hate it. I hate it.
What do you hate? What do I not see? What am I supposed to be seeing that I'm
yeah,
not seeing?
Yeah, exactly. You can't see it. That's the
So
thing.
explain it to me. Show me. What am I seeing?
So
what am I seeing?
Pin 1 is important to know on an IC, right? We want to know where that first pin is so that we know what all the ins and outs are.
Okay.
Pin 1 on this particular IC is marked by this slightly more angled side. Whereas on a typical IC, which I don't have access to.
Okay.
The one that's going in here. I think this is marked the same way. Yeah. Oh no, this one. Okay, this one has a
line.
A line and a little divot.
There is a divot.
The little. Yeah. So they got that.
Why can't they just put a little dot?
Yeah. That's exactly
it's really not that complicated, people.
This is all relative. A lot of awful shit happened between the 1940s and 60s. Yeah, but I wasn't there.
Yeah. But,
you know?
but no, the difference is that in the 80s, as elementary school children, many people in our generation watched like the Challenger explode on live television and then just went back to learning like shapes. And then in college, we watched airplanes fly into the Twin Towers, and then I don't know about you, but I was told to go to Italian class. In college.
I was in the art room.
Like 5 minutes afterwards. It was like, oh, look, thousands of people just exploded. Now I need to go try and learn Italian, right? There have been terrible things for forever, but none of it was televised the way that it has been. I mean, I remember in social studies class watching OJ's Bronco live on TV being chased by the police. You know, watching like the Rodney King and like the LA riots. Like, children shouldn't have to see these things happening in their world.
Out with the old, in with the new. The chip has now been removed with so much as, well, we got a civics lesson during it, so. All of Julian's BS caused the chip to heat up and all the pins to liquefy, and we were able to remove it.
Well, no, but see,
I'm with you. I know.
No, I'm responding.
You're responding to
Rick's build. Yeah, no, I agree. Obviously, we're desensitized, but we also now are traumatized. Because, like, I don't know about you, but if I watch a whole bunch of people blow up on the TV, I might want a hug. But, like, we didn't get hugs. We were just told to go back to class.
Well, no, we were given participation trophies.
Yes.
And then vilified for getting those trophies.
But we didn't want the participation trophies.
We knew they were shit.
We got it. I didn't win anything. I wasn't good at soccer. But somebody said, bro, you showed up, so you deserve something. I'm like, no, we don't deserve things just for showing
Why
up.
is that the lesson? I need to get Q-tips. I need to disturb Dave. I gotta go over there.
Dave's already disturbed.
He's already super disturbed.
Yeah,
Sorry, this is where...
Yo, man, your Hitachi magic wand setup is crazy.
It has to cool itself when you're done
No,
using
that
it.
guy right down there.
Oh, the vibrator?
Hitachi magic wand.
Yeah, it's attached to stuff. He's talking about my air compressor. It's a Hitachi. Where's my focus button?
Beautiful.
Right there.
Wait, does that say Hitachi?
Yeah, it says Hitachi
Oh,
on it.
okay.
Oh, you mean the vibrator? It's got a suction cup. All right, let's do this focus here. So I'm just gonna clean up all the tacky flux because this stuff is disgusting.
Tacky plug.
So hit it with a little bit of this stuff, and just Q-tip it away. Screwdriver? No, it's an air compressor. I have an air brush, and I spray air if I need it. I haven't needed that thing in a long time though. It's a nice thing though. It's pretty quiet. I haven't learned how to airbrush stuff yet. Maybe that'll come in handy for the silly RC car. All right, so new TLS72, who dis? Let's put this thing in here. And get this out of the way. So it looks, oh, I should have gotten the flux over here, oh well. It looks like new. All the pads are refurbished completely. Now we can drop in a new amp. This is a nice, easy fix that you brought to me. I appreciate this.
I guess we'll find out if it actually works.
Why is my thumb shaking so much? There.
You're nervous, because
Yeah, I know.
fuck it up and kill you.
I can't mess up in front of Julian, not again. His wrath.
Rick Build says he's a designer of and manufacturer of aftermarket RC parts and chassis kits.
Oh. Have you seen the RC car project? We're not working on it right now, but I did a lot of Fusion 360 in order to put a Lancia 037 body onto an Atom SZ2. So this is an Atomic SZ2, and we've designed a lot of parts. Basically, I found a low poly model on Thingiverse and hollowed it out and made it into an RC car shell, and then 3D printed it in 4 hours. There's a 4-hour print. But back here, I've got these magnet pin connectors that hold the body on. This is just the GPS speedometer. This thing gets up to 35 miles an hour. But yeah, this, and then we will be able to have control of headlights and taillights and all that stuff. I'll be able to use turn signals with this thing. I crashed it into the curb before I could get a good top speed. We've got a gyro on it. This is all DOS Micro stuff, but the gyro can stabilize it during heavy accelerations where the road basically is like glass. So we got this thing up to 35 miles an hour, and I'm hoping that I will be able to increase that top speed, but yeah, without exploding it. But we're gonna go back into Fusion 360 and make the glass into actual clear, and then make a cluster, because it's 3 things on each location. So 3, 3, 3, and 3, and then I'll have what? 6 pins that I can connect things with. Finally, a car where the turn signals work. I'll have you know, keep this here specifically for this purpose. This logo. What logo do you think that is? The one that says BMW on it. Uh-huh. It's a turn signal. They exist. They're real.
BMWs have them.
They have them.
I've seen
I'm
Jesse
holding
use
it.
it once.
I'm holding it. I've used it before.
Well, you can't be using it now. It's sitting in your shop.
At some point, I used it. Not that one. That one I bought just from whatever. But what's that? I have a friend that is designing an RC car body. Then he's going to have me print it in PETG carbon fiber. That's pretty good. That's a good filament to use because this is just Polymaker, just their normal goop printing goop. And I'm using goop because it looks a lot better than with like an FDM printer with the actual, like, the other one leaves lines all over everything and it doesn't look great. That's fake AI. Listen here, you little shit, Groovy something. Groovy, why do people on Twitch have weird names like Groovy something? Questlove?
Yeah.
No. Questlove was streaming during the pandemic, and Groovy something was in his chat, and at that moment he decided to go Twitch people got such weird names like Groovy something. And Groovy's sitting at his computer like, I'm like the most normal name in chat. Like, that's a
Right.
totally... You're Questlove. What is that?
That's pretty funny.
So I like to berate him on his name. All right, let's get this op amp in. Where'd everything go? That's right, I was geeking out with an RC car. What are you guys saying? I'm... Why is it new and never been used? Listen here, you little bastard.
What, the op amp?
No, the turn signal.
Oh.
I've got a couple of Atomic chassis. Yeah, they make some good stuff. I started with the WL Toys, the cheap kit, and it was during the pandemic, and I was like, man, this would make a nice, like, indoor, like, little drifty thing that I could play around with. And so we did a lot of computer modeling of the WL Toys kit, and then all of my numbers didn't line up, and I don't know why. It's like every number that I had didn't line up with the real RC car, and I got super frustrated, and I said, what is it like on the other side of this? Like, I'm so sick of this cheap stuff. And so I got, on the recommendation of Short Lurker, I got the expensive all-wheel drive kit, and I haven't looked back because it is so much higher quality, and it was actually challenging to build for me, somebody who builds stuff semi-professionally, as you can see me doing right now. It was actually kind of a challenge to put that thing together because everything is on a different scale of small. We got to move this anchor pin right here back a little bit. We're having trouble getting to the pins. I was originally going to upgrade my Delta printer to do carbon fiber filaments, but then I got 2 Bamboo printers, so I just upgraded those instead. I should try to contact Bamboo and get like a free.
Is that the one that you...
Oh, Dave has one. Dave
Right,
has an
but
A1.
isn't that the one that you had to, like, get replaced or whatever?
So these are my wire cutters. They just have this very... Oh, I gotta be careful. Actually, you know what? I'm not comfortable doing this big mechanical stuff with that. Only that one pin attached. Let's unattach that. Build your own Voron. That's what Fadanon did. He built his own Voron. Do you know what a Voron is, Dave? Julian, I can assume, does not know what that is.
I have no idea what you're talking
And he's
about.
probably going to concentrate on my saying Vor. You built one twice. Holy shit. So it's like one of the chips fits and one doesn't. I could potentially file down part of the chip, but I think what I'm going to do is just move this a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's just scooch it out of the way. That's all we needed to do. After, because we're supposed to get a pre-built Voron. So with printing RC car bodies, especially like on the 1/24th scale, obviously, I'm not printing like a 1/10th scale RC car body. I'm printing a 1/24 scale RC car body. They take a lot of time even on the FDM printers. And I didn't have a good experience with that. It wasted a lot of filament. It was like half of a spool for just one. I think maybe with the tree style standoff settings, maybe that could be a little bit more economic, but it's not worth it. I've done some resin bodies, but it's meh. Yeah, if you're gonna like sell RC car bodies, maybe you could make a vacuum form thing. But I've been using the Goop printer in order to print the RC car body. It takes about 4 hours for a print, and they go wrong a lot. But I think that's more my setup than anything else. But I like the results. The results are really good. You know, we have a nice crisp RC car body. It's not strong. It won't survive a big crash, but I think that's an advantage to it. I think it's funnier if it blows up when it crashes. So I'm soldering these individually. You can also do drag soldering, which is where you put on ladies' clothes and you solder. No, drag soldering is when you load up the iron with a bunch of solder and then you put flux on all the pins, and you can literally just go pin to pin to pin to pin, and the solder deposits itself. It uses surface tension in order to populate the pin. But I like doing the SOs individually because the pins are just about far enough apart that individual soldering is just a little bit more efficient. P1s are going to be $549, so tempted. Is that the Bamboo? The normal model kits fit them, so it's easy to get whatever you want for like 15 to 20 bucks. What is cool about having a 3D model for the RC car is that if I break anything, I can actually repair it using the 3D printer. Although I haven't done it yet with the A-arms and stuff, because those frequently explode. I bought the aluminum ones. They were like 20 bucks. Oh, there's a Black Friday sale for the Bamboo Labs stuff. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to look. I don't think I'm gonna get a Bamboo Labs printer unless they send me one. My printer is a, oh God, what did I start with? What printer is my printer? What is that again?
I don't fucking know.
Julian, you were supposed to know this.
It's purple.
It's a monster. Yeah, it's purple. It's green. No, it was a Creality CR10S, but it's been so heavily modified, I've redesigned all of the bracketry that holds it together, so it's no longer a CR10S. All right, so we want to test this thing. We want to get it up on the scope. I need to move stuff out of the way, and then I need to get one of my plug-in thingies. So let me back you guys out. Let's clean off the desk here.
Jiggy, back my ass out.
It's literally the only part to this entire thing, so fixed versus broken, I can confidently say that this thing is going to work.
Well, it at least has a plan of working.
Listen, this has more than just...
There's a concept.
More than
of a
just a
plan
concept of a plan here.
to work.
We actually have policies in place.
Policies. Polish knob polishing?
It's a little dull.
Polish your knobs?
Okay, so let's see. Module, get the vise out of the way, and let's get this thing turned on. We don't need the M303 right now, so we'll unplug that. See, this is my attenuator. This is what I was thinking of when you were talking about what you wanted for the stereo
huge.
thing. I know, it's apparently utterly enormous to Julian.
It is huge. Just the knobs, really. The 4 HP module is big. Then you met the size.
I know,
of
I
those
put
knobs
the giant knobs on it.
is absolutely ridiculous.
Julian is shocked at the size of my knobs. Knobs.
Your bell end.
No, that's something else. Let's see. So we're undoing. You go and burp into my microphones.
Burping into mics. Burping into
Bastard.
mics.
Does Dave? Does the ornamentations do audio out for anything? Can I get it to just like play something? Okay. Yeah, go do your thing. That's okay. So we have, if you guys didn't know, we have Julian and Dave here. Dave does not have a microphone because he doesn't want it, I guess. Although I don't have two mics, so, or I have two, I only have two mics. There we go. So there's Julian's setup. He brought some toys with him, and he's got his very, very small Euro rack setup. I don't know what to call that. And then Dave has with him, we can pan up for that. I can't get them both on this. Dang kids in their horizontal video. Dave's setup is up there. He's got some kind of a Korg thing that's... Is that old? Oh, it's Electribe. I used to have an Electribe. And then Julian sold it. What happened to my Electribe?
What Electribe? I never had your Electribe.
Yeah, I thought you did.
No.
I had an Electribe S, I think. I had a couple of them actually.
I never had any Electribe.
Oh, because they're like hot now. People like them.
No, I had an old one that I had, and then I think
I had the blue
Lauren
one.
had one. No, I never had a blue
Maybe
one.
I may have given the
I had a
blue one to
silver one.
Lauren.
I had a blue synth one, but not like it wasn't from you.
What happened to my Electribe then?
Fucking no, man.
I'm terrible at selling stuff, so I
don't know, man. I don't keep track of your tribes, bro.
I know. I think it made its way over to you.
Did you fix my thing, man?
I did. I'm gonna look at it right now.
God.
Once again, you're on the wrong side.
Oh my God.
I gotta put like a trash bin right here.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, so yeah, I need to clean all that stuff up. That's a whole bunch
I
of.
just like looking at all
This
the
is
fun things.
the trash barge of previous project. Damn lazy millennials. You're one too.
I'm not a lazy millennial.
We straddle the two generations here.
I don't even know anymore.
Yes. If anybody brings up generational divides, they just want to tell you some awful take on something. So it's not worth bringing up at all. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm plugging this thing in, but I don't have anything to put through it. And I'm looking at the
No, you don't
initial
need to put anything through it
voltage.
first. You just need to see if it
Just
pumps out
okay,
nothing
so I just
first.
need to power it up and see if anything happens. So
Yeah,
I
you wanna make
bought
sure it pumps out nothing.
these cool things. Boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats. You see, all you need to do is say boots and cats around Julian and I, and we just start boots and catsing. Boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats, cats, boots.
It's the best I can do. That's my beatboxing for you.
That's that GIF where the guy's doing that dance.
Why? Oh, is that what it is? So then why didn't you get that one? So?
Okay, so we're looking.
So you make 10 HP, bro. Get a bigger case.
Okay, so before we look up boots cats, we're gonna hook this up. So I need one of my power cables, and those are.
Oh, you know what? We have something we can use.
I don't know where. No, I'll grab one of mine.
No. Here, just.
Mine are all over the shop. I mean, I've got one like right here. What do you got?
Nothing. Forget it.
I've annoyed him.
Forget it. Okay.
I just need to make sure that I built it right.
This doesn't work.
Pin one to pin one. All right, good.
This doesn't fucking work.
There's nothing. There's nothing else to this. There's no way that
there's
it
like
couldn't
so many things to
not work. So, crimes and ornamentation, I can plug in either way as long as I plug it in.
And crime?
It is. I call it weird stuff.
Okay.
You were very annoyed at me last time.
I was just confused.
I just have
confused.
crime written on the front. It's not even plural. It's just crime. I couldn't. This is such a much better title for the module. Crime. What are you doing with that one? Crime. Okay, so when I turned this on before, it didn't actually turn on, and I got a little concerned. Oh no, there it is. Okay, good. This still works. And so unfortunately, I can't show this. Crimes and Ornamentation runs the screen at a very low rate. It's blinky, and so it blinks a lot on stream.
Oh, that is trippy as hell.
Yeah,
all over the place.
Which is why doing the analog meters that we designed last stream, which fit perfectly the first time, we found a good 3D model for this, and I was able to make a printed panel very quickly.
Very nice.
So these are the 500 milliamp modules, and so if something takes more than 500 milliamps, we know that it is blowing up. But anyway, crimes. So hold down the right thing, and we've got all the different things selected here, and you can see that the camera stabilizes its frame rate when it gets a little darker. Things have slightly more trails to them. So it randomly will be visible to chat, but this is a little too jarring.
That's pretty cool, actually.
And these, with crime running, these aren't, you can see that there's like no current being used.
Yeah.
It's on like the very small scale. These can measure like 15 amps, and I just don't need them to do that. So that's why these are gonna be better. And they'll look better too. They look a little cooler. So we have, I haven't calibrated my crimes yet. So what am I looking for, Dave? Boots cats. I'm looking. Pong.
Nope, you do not.
I don't. No Boots Cats. Is Boots Cats part of another thing? Yeah. Yeah. I have Quadturia, Piquid, Dialectic Pong, Viz Nutcracker. What the fuck? Passion Core, Scale Editor, Waveform Editor. That might actually. Pong. And then Hemispheres and the Calibrator. It's not part of Hemispheres. No.
Yeah, it might be.
So it would be called Boots and Cats. Game of Life, Gate Delay, Gated VCA, Logic. What was that one? Lower Rens, Metronome, MIDI in, MIDI out. Yeah, that would give me a pulse. I do have also CV things that I can do, but this is an audio thing that we're testing. Polydiv, ProbDiv. I could do an arpeggiator.
No, that's probably on
Well, the scale duet. Some of these have like a piano looking thing.
Right, because it'll associate.
Oh, the note. What about? Oh, that's a scope. I have a scope on this. Sequence 32. Sequence play, sequence X. That's a CV thing. Shift gate, shift reg, shredder.
No, I dropped something. The microphone. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, sorry about the pop. Maybe one of the compressors that's going through we can see the displays updating. I know it's an unfortunate thing, and this will get fixed by using analog meters instead of the And look there, see, when the camera gets just the right amount of light, it'll fix the, whatever the hell's going on, fix the, I think it's the,
Sorry,
what do you
guys.
call it?
Here we go.
What's that? What are you doing?
I was apologizing for messing up the microphone.
Trigger
take it off.
sequence? No. Tuner. Oh, that's just for measuring. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, there are a bunch of things that I can use to... Oh, and then there's a voltage on it, too. But I don't know if I can output audio. All right, so let's plug this thing into power and see if it outputs any kind of a voltage. So I'm looking at the output. I guess that's going to be down here. Output hooked up. See, the scope is updating very quickly. Let's turn that up a little bit. A little faster. Faster than that. There you go. It's a little B. Cool. All right, so put that to the output. Obviously nothing's happening. That's just feedback noise from being ground looped, probably through my leg touching the table. Unfortunately, it's a fairly prominent thing. The lights also, my LED lights put out a lot of noise. We had to put a filter on that. So let's take this power and make sure that we put it in the right way. There's one component to this entire design, and it is one singular dual op amp. There are a couple resistors and capacitors. There are no diodes on this thing, unfortunately. So we don't have protection diodes, so I need to get it right the first time. So we are looking at stripe is over here. So with stripe over there, we've got minus 12 ground and then plus 12, just like that. And I heard something make a snapping noise. Why was there a snapping noise? I think that was just the initial connection, hopefully, because it really is just one op amp and there's nothing else that can really go wrong with this, unless there's something physical about it that would go wrong. But yeah, no levels are present in here. So I think we fixed it. But that subtle snap noise fills me with trepidation. That was a little noisy. This knob is just not happy. Ugh. You guys live like this with these knobs that feel all inconsistent? Yeah. I have no reason to believe that this will not work now, and it seems to have passed Julian's criteria. Whatever. I'm like forgetting words and stuff. I'm not having a good day for streaming. But yeah, this should be all up to snuff. So we'll give it back to Julian and see if he doesn't plug it in upside down and blow it up. Like you guys constantly do. You only did it.
That was a weird mod.
That's true. Dave only did it once, and it's the M303 module that he plugged in backwards. And the M303, we have had multiple diatribes about exactly how badly this is engineered. Why is this the way you plug it in? See, in modular synthesizers, you have these flat cables, these, what is it? IDC, insulation displacement connectors. You have a 5-pin, 5x2 pin, for the modules themselves, or you can have a, what is it? Whatever this one is. It's like
Did it work?
10x2 or something like that, whatever. But you have a much larger connector. Hold on one sec, I'm on a rant.
Okay.
The stripe pin is indicating pin 1. So the musicians call it stripe. And so the stripe is usually oriented somewhere around, you know, they give you an indicator of what stripe is on the PCB. This says stripe right there. So you know to plug it in, not this way, but this way. Well, Acid Labs decided that they would daisy chain all of their modules together with a particularly large IDC connector. Cool thing about IDCs is that if they've got a shroud around them, there's a little bump for pin 1, so you can't plug it in backwards. Also, on the edges, you can see there's a little extra plastic. That makes it so that I'm not able to plug this thing in to this cable at all. It won't work. Then 3M rolls around and they say, hey, what's the most evilest thing that we can invent in terms of electronics? And somebody raised their hand during the meeting and said, what if we could plug IDC cables into any row of pins? And they said, get that guy a corner office, because that is the most evilest thing I could possibly think of existing in this world. So you can plug this in anywhere you like. My God, the possibilities are just endless. I would have expected Acid Labs to put these so close together that you could just plop this thing right in the middle of both of them. They didn't do that. In fact, they didn't do anything to indicate any kind of an orientation for this plug. You need to have the manual in order to see how to plug it in. Not only that, they had plenty of space in this part of the board where they could put a shrouded connector. These things are not expensive. They're not expensive. I've got a bin full of them. But they didn't do any of that. In fact, they didn't even indicate where stripe was supposed to go. You are supposed to somehow, through the ether, intuit that you were to plug this thing in, not in the center of that plug, not offset by 1, but offset by 2. So you offset it by 2 so that the stripe is on the bottom row of this. And you can only find that out by Googling it in a forum. So if somebody sends you an M303 and it looks like this, they've done you a massive disservice by not plugging this thing in for you and indicating how you cannot blow up your M303 on first blush. It is such an obnoxious system, I could spit. All right, Julian, this thing is fixed. See, this one, I mean, this one is cutting corners too in a way that I think is pretty irresponsible. And if you're gonna do this...
It did have a shrouded header.
Oh, okay,
it fell off.
Pulled the shroud off.
Yes,
okay.
it fell off.
But if you're gonna do this, at least put diodes on the power lines to protect things. And I've offered...
Here, do this.
I've offered to put diodes on this thing.
Do you want an audio signal to actually test it with?
Well, you test it over there, yeah, with your audio signal.
I don't have power over here. Oh, wait, yes, I do.
Oh.
No, I don't. I wouldn't have something to power over.
Yeah, if you could give me an audio to test it with, that would be great.
Oh, you can't reach.
Well, there's no voltage present on the line when I power it up.
Okay, then it probably works. Just output... Oh, well, this puts out something, doesn't it? Or no? Do any of them put out anything?
It's very weak.
Put out the metronome from this. Try that. And then feed it into there, and then see if your scope picks it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold on, let's find... There's a big picture of a metronome. Well, that looks like it would be audio trigger. So if I can give... What the hell? No. No, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. I don't know how to control things.
I don't know what he wants.
There we go. I'm giving it something that it can make audio with from this. Actually, I think this one's distorting.
Just kick out the...
Okay. There's the metronome kicking out right now. Test to see that it's actually in. What are you doing?
You have to hit start on the metronome? Should that
Oh,
be moving?
yeah, maybe that. The clock might be... Well, it's just says 120 BPM. Let's hear. Hold on. Nothing. These are inputs. Just wanted to check to see if they
But
were...
do this. Hold on. If it sends out like noise when you plug it in, wouldn't you want that?
Yeah, I haven't learned a lot of
What was
these.
that? Wait, what was that? Oh, those were like channel things.
Yeah, so I can output...
Do you have a really, 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 really long mono cable? To reach from there to here?
The biggest ones I have are at your ankles.
Give me here, give me
An A.
give me a power. Give me this.
Were you taking? Oh, power cable.
And then give me. You have a 15-volt plug.
Check over that power cable.
What about it?
I'm just making sure pin 1's on pin 1.
Yeah. Red sign's down.
One or two of them have a mistake on it that I need to find and throw out.
Nope, red and red. Yeah, give me a 15-volt plug. Got one?
No, actually. Well, no, there's one at your ankles over there.
That?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's 12.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the one from that synthesizer? Hold on a second. Yes. If you want to play with a module, although you're... Oh, you know what? It's that. Right over there.
Which one?
That one.
This one.
Yeah. Careful. That should be 15.
Yeah. Give me the mixer, please.
Give me an A.
Give me an anus. Give me a weenus. Give me a penis. Give me a genus. All right. Now let's hope it doesn't blow up
I
again.
don't know what makes Julian tick.
All right, it didn't blow up.
That would have been on you.
Nope, it's all your fault. Okay, so we're gonna go.
Because that mixer is literally just one op amp. My ambience. Where's my ambience?
Yep, it worked.
Hey.
Yay, thank you, Jesse.
Oh, so Crimes is doing 150 milliamps. Who knew?
Yay.
Mixer fixed. I actually fixed something. You guys saw it.
You fixed a lot of
I
things,
completed
man.
a project. We have to dwell on this for a little bit because we don't clock a lot of W's.
Fixed a lot of projects.
I'm still like the scope of the Erica synths thing that you gave me.
Oh yeah, that was redonkulous.
Fully reverse engineering it, fully reprogramming the microcontroller.
And you did it.
And in the end, I took the firmware from one and loaded it on the other, and that
Yes.
just fixed it. But I fully reverse engineered their software. Only I didn't do one thing. I didn't output a clock on a particular pin, which I could have done, and it would have been a full repair. And they, of course, as usual, didn't respond to any emails, Erica Synths. So.
No, they did. We got that. Remember, we had that problem because the other chip needed to be programmed by
Flashed,
that.
yeah, but they never got back to me. I was like, please,
Oh.
I begged them for a firmware file. Like, please, just send me the hex so I can load it on. I have the same microcontroller and everything. Now I got a couple of those micros. But yeah, it's...
Oh, and now we're testing his jam.
I have a label maker that does shrink wrap. We should have...
That would have been cool, actually.
We could have just labeled these with a positive and negative. But can't get...
That says it's broken?
It's not that big. The beeper was broken, which makes it ideal for me. Actually, this multimeter failed at one point. Something went bad in the microcontroller and it just dead. So what I did, because it's a fluke multimeter, I got one that had been in a fire. I got a fluke multimeter that had been in a fire and it was singed and melted, and I popped it open and I took the one circuit board and I put it into this one. So Fluke, I'm forever supportive of Fluke. They make good stuff. You can repair them pretty easily. All right, so volt mode, and then pin to barrel. So the black wire is 12 volts. 12.12. We'll not worry about that, 0.12. And then this one, the pin is probably going to be negative 12. So I'm going to read... I just need to get... There
Negative
we go.
12.13.
So in this plug, the pin is ground. And in this plug, is that right? Yes, because we are referenced on that ground to negative and positive. So if I were to measure from here to here, I should not get 24 volts. I get 12, because we're going from negative 12 to ground. That doesn't, hold on, I gotta think about this, because this is a... So what Dave has here is he has two barrel plugs that are wired up to a positive-negative power supply. In Eurorack stuff, everything is referenced to ground. So ground is our 0 volts, quote-unquote. We have negative 12 below that, positive 12 above that. What that means is that you can boil it down to, if negative 12 is ground, positive 12 is 24 volts, and then ground is sitting at 12 volts. It's so confusing. All right, so it just messes with me. So pin is positive 12, reference to this ground. Then this pin is negative 12. Is it reference to this ground? Between the two barrels, I shouldn't get anything. No potential. Okay, so those barrels are both ground. And then if I go pin to pin, I should get 24 volts and or a nasty shock. All right, let's see, hold on.
Well,
No, 24 volts won't shock.
I'm
Really.
okay with 25 years of friendship.
So this is 24. Negative because I've got the negative lead plugged into the positive barrel. Okay, so yeah, the barrels are ground. There's no potential between the two. And then the pins are positive 12, negative 12. There we go.
Which one's positive?
I don't know anymore. It's so confusing. So I think what you...
So I can do it.
Yeah. Yep. So it's... Yeah, that's it. The pins are what's positive and negative. And confirmed, it is in fact plus minus 12. Yeah, center V. All right, that makes sense. All right. So we've characterized the power thing. Is that what's written on this? How is that doing negative? It's got the symbol for a 2-pin connector on it. That's a little weird. What's up, Fretless Texas? How you doing? We're it's kind of a quiet one when we stream on Saturdays because, like, I don't know, everybody's busy. So we're doing a Saturday stream, fixing stuff up, characterizing power supplies, things like that, so that my musician friends can continue to make cool sounds. Been watching while I've been working on a synth design. Hell yeah, brother. I've got all kinds of BS going on here all at once. Here. Yeah, no problem. And I wish I had something to send you guys home with, because, like, I've got this VCO, but I'm not totally sure how well it works. It would be nice to just, like, be like, here you guys go, have a module to mess with. In the future, I will be able to do that. This is something that we made recently on the channel, and this is just me filling up time by bragging, but it's always nice to geek out about stuff. This is a VCO that we built here based off of a design by Hajiwo, who creates these cheap synthesizer modules for his own use. They're all, like, hand built. It's a great channel, but we use curved traces, and this is basically a Sallen key filter out of an RP2040. So we got the RP2040, and it's got mutable instruments style circuits. So it's got analog inputs, 2 analog inputs, I think 2, and then 1 voice output that can be, it could be CV, it could be voice, it doesn't matter. So we can make a whole bunch of different circuits out of this thing. It's pretty cool. Although there was one error and we had to kind of go around that. But at some point I will be reordering these boards, and maybe I can then get them to Julian and Dave. I don't know about doing like a compact version of this.
That's compact enough, man. That's all right.
I don't know. I could make it smaller.
I mean, I'll take smaller, but it's fine. I do have a little hand. If he's good.
You need the full size. Yeah. So we can figure out, like, if I can get into the software a little bit more. I was rewriting the software for this thing and making it, like, not Japanese software. They code stuff in a kind of a weird way over there. And Hajiwo makes projects so quickly. It's no wonder his code is just a complete mess. But as soon as I finish the rewrite of that code, maybe I can make this into like a filter or something like that as well. But yeah, I'll have to work on that. Got my filter design working yesterday, doing a diode ladder similar to the TB303. I know about diode ladders. I spent like a week learning about them. I built my own on a perforated prototyping board, only to get more frustrated at Dave's M303, which this is not. This is somebody else's. Diode ladder similar to a TB303 with a few changes on how resonance is handled. Yeah, there's a couple different styles of diode ladder filter that you can do, and I guess the people at Roland, Julian doesn't know to go to this side, and the natural side to go to is the other one, which is off camera, because it's usually just me here, but it's me, Julian, and Dave now occupying one singular room full of bop sweat. What's this? Yeah, oh, same thing. Yeah, there's a couple different styles to the 303 diode ladder filter that people have experimented with, and I guess a lot of the time what they settle on is using transistors as the diodes because they're consistent. They're all consistent with each other. You use half of the transistor as a diode because that's all they are, silicon junctions. And then this is a mixer that we've been working on designing. And I've had to do a lot of compromises in order to get it together. Julian wants a dual stereo to stereo plug mixer.
Yes. Oh, shizzles, my nizzles.
I don't know how simple I can make it. I'm scheming about having clip indicators, and I can't even fit a through-hole diode on this thing, so it's got to be surface mount with a hole in the front of the panel that'll light up. But yeah, we're getting that together. We're going to try to figure out a circuit for that in the near future. What else did you guys have for me? There was other stuff.
The only other thing, but I don't know how much time it will take, and I don't know how much time I have left.
Okay.
I got other things I got to do. But
That's
I was
okay.
thought that passive high-pass filter, but I already got one. We can make one another time. Unless you want to, yeah, I mean, we can do it another time. Ain't no thing.
That's okay.
We got the things. We did some music. We talked about some music. You have two 303s.
I have two 303s.
You have two 303s. That's more 303s.
I'm feeling more and more like Carl Cox every day.
I know, right?
Yours is labeled by having a little piece of gaffer's tape over the name of the person that designed it. So yours is the one that works better.
Yours is the one that works.
They both want to work, but nobody wants to work anymore. Yeah, I've been through the ringer with this thing, Dave. We've done a significant amount of reverse engineering on it, and I've replaced just about every chip that's in there. And then I put one in backwards the other day, and it heated up one of the other chips that I have to order a new one of, and that's what's coming in the mail. And it's like just everything has gone terrible.
And how much do these run new?
300 something.
Fucking ridiculous, man. And that dude's still making gear.
Is he? I would like to send him in the mail some shrouded IDC connectors. Just send them to him.
Why? So why does he use?
Because his own synth ecosystem daisy chains the modules together so that you can have internal CVs, like extra internal CVs that are part of Eurorack, but then he added a couple pins to it, so there's extra CVs that you can send throughout the synthesizer setup.
Yes. So there's.
So he made his own thing.
There is a protocol for communicating via the CV bus.
Right. There's a couple pins for that already.
Yes.
They added like 2 more for that, and so they want them all to daisy chain with flat cables that are the size of these 2 connectors here. He didn't just like include a much larger connector to be mean, although it feels like it, but. This is...
He actually had a purpose originally.
Yeah, it had a purpose. It was to Eurorack standard, but then they added a couple. And I just really wish they put a third connector on this. Because that third connector that would just be a shrouded IDC would be so much better.
Right. It's ridiculous, man.
This is probably going to be a short stream because Julian and Dave have... What is that called?
Plans?
A life, yeah. I think we called that earlier.
I don't know if it's called a life really as much as like I have to go like be responsible. I mean, that's not
feed
fun.
Dogs. Yeah. I don't know what
and
that
Emma
is.
just got a 3rd dog, so now when we
another dog.
When we are all together, there are now 6 dogs.
Fadanon got another dog too. Why is everybody getting dogs?
Because dogs are dope.
Because dogs are awesome. I know.
I mean, there's only one thing better than a dog.
Did you have anything else for me to do? That's it. All right, cool. We did everything. Cool. Yeah, if you want to look at hemispheres, I don't know. It takes like a college degree to know what everything does.
What to do. His name is Jesse, and his birthday is tomorrow.
Don't listen to him, chat.
What? Don't listen to him?
Don't listen to me.
His birthday's not tomorrow. Nope. Nope. Jesse's birthday most certainly isn't tomorrow. He's not going to be 32 years old.
I'm going to be 41. We will be streaming again on Tuesday, which will be after my birthday.
On election day.
Whatever. Is that election day? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I might skip stream because it's election day. I might
No,
just
you should stream so that people can have like
something that's not
normal.
something that's not election stuff. Yeah, I can either nervously watch the TV or stream.
Look, in all reality, there's nothing to nervously watch. You know, we won't know anything until the day later or the next day.
Yep. That is true. Seems natural for a musician to have at least one digital audio workstation. Dog. Are your dogs digital audio workstations?
No, they are analog bark stations.
Analog bark stations. The other thing is, I don't want to prolong this stream because they're working on some woods, like road work stuff just nearby. So there's going to be a lot of hammering soon. Well, actually, mercifully, they've been quiet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't heard anything since.
I was going to close that window, and then we would all be sweating our balls off.
Sweating off the ball, sweating off the ball, sweating off the balls.
Hey, Copper, what's up? You're here as they're packing up. Please stream so I can have literally anything but election stuff to watch. All right, we're going to have the unelection stream.
Perfect.
Where we do anything other than mention election crap.
I vote.
Look at how efficient this setup is. Jesus
that you
Christ.
work on
having a larger
making
audio input for my stream. I know.
Dude. I
want to go through I like this mixer. I don't want to go through the hassle of selling it.
What,
if you guys bring the right cables. Yeah.
Well, no, but I'm saying for that thing.
I know. I can get the 4-channel one, and then you guys will be able to make 4chan jokes all day.
No, just get the 6i6 or the 8i8, or just get the 18i20 and call it a fucking
Does
day,
it look
bro.
like that would fit in there?
It's a 19-inch rack. It would fit. You would just yes.
I just have to move all this stuff. Yeah,
no, because it's the same. It's 1U.
I think what I need to do is out of those 20mm rails, make just a big 19-inch for the whole area, and then I can, oh god, so much stuff. I need to finish building my desk, which is going to be another thing that I want to model in CAD, and then I'll have two 19-inch racks as the legs for the desk.
Do you, no, do you need, I have, look up real quick Studio RTA producer station.
Let me come over here. Dude.
And the side plate's beautiful.
Studio. I don't think I'm allowed to.
Oh, beautiful, yes.
What is it called? Studio
RTA producer station. So, yeah, click on that. So you see the legs of it, how they're the racks.
Yeah.
I have him. You
The
can
legs.
have them if you want.
I think the whole desk is going to be made out of those rails, and I can then attach things to it, like that steering wheel that's sitting underneath you guys.
Yeah, man, whatever, dude. I'm just fine. I won't give you my
force
fucking
feedback,
things, man.
direct drive force feedback steering wheel that uses a real car steering wheel. And a
No,
huge servo
I don't want to
motor.
give you anything.
No,
Fine.
yeah, I don't want your bullshit.
I don't want your bullshit. I don't need anything from you, Jesse, except for your constant electrical engineering expertise.
My constant
your willingness to build and fix
donation
whatever I
of
break.
time.
I keep offering to give you time.
Julian and I are having an
I will
argument.
give you all
It's
of
very
the
uncomfortable.
time.
I don't think he likes me. He's complimenting me.
I love you, Jesse. I love everything about you.
Are you still wearing a mic? Oh, you're still wearing a mic. Okay,
still wearing
that's
a
much
mic.
funnier if you're wearing a mic.
You are so beautiful to me.
This is what I deal with.
make me feel
I don't have to be
dancing.
You know, you need the straight man and you need the person that's going crazy. And I don't know how straight all of the men are here, but in a comedy duo, Julian is always being the psychotic one. So
No, that's
I
not
get
true.
to be more. I think the shop has ghosts.
All right.
That was
Yeah, we
an
love you all, you
EVP, an
beautiful
electro
people. See, look, I
audio
went to the right side.
ghost thing. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch, we're all insane here. We all have
the Motu
massive
M4
ADHD.
Is great. The if
Oh,
you
yeah.
ever need to upgrade, grab the Ultralight MK5. I have that at home too, and it's great. It's really good for the, and it's got the DC coupled outputs, so you can control your modular with it too. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm hoping you can hear me.
Yeah, you're coming through. I think you're coming through. You might be not quiet.
Can you
'cause
hear me? Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah,
See
you can
that
definitely.
thing?
Yeah, that's
you
bouncing
got me.
around.
All
That's
right,
the audio
cool,
levels.
cool, cool, cool.
This is the OBS mixer that I was going to make do all of the audio levels, and then I'd have control of it all.
Is that overactive bowel syndrome?
Yes, it's what was the other one? There's like
Irritable bowel syndrome.
IBX is a healthcare provider around here. So every time there are commercials for the healthcare provider, they go, IBX can solve your problems. I'm like, how's IBS going to do anything for me? It's irritable. Get it? Because pooping. It's a poop joke.
Pooping?
That's a poop
What's
joke.
poop?
That's an IBS joke. It's pooping. It's pooping. All right. Anyway, you know what? That's going to be it for stream.
Love
We
you
had
all.
few people here, but we'll make this a nice short one. The end card, I believe, is working.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, 2 days, 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 50 seconds, and 1 year older for me. I will be back. We will do, I guess, an election day stream, and we are going to completely ignore politics during it. So if you need something to,
That thing's only
take a break, there we
$300
go.
now. That's crazy.
$299.99 with like what, $1,000 bucks shipping.
Nah, it's gonna be free.
Go get lunch. We already ate lunch. Yeah, it's a short stream where Julian and Dave play stuff, and I fix their stuff, and then they leave early, and I don't have anything really to work on because I'm waiting for parts. If we can get parts in, then we can work on things. I'm going to try to maybe 3D print another RC car body, and maybe we can work on that. We'll do more Autodesk-sponsored streams. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much. Imagine IBX worked running around with a defibrillator. What? An IBX? Isn't that an
Ibex.
Ibex? That's the one.
It's a gazelle.
Like
An
a
antelope.
Giselle.
Like an antelope.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, watch whatever you watch, and we will be back on Tuesday. I will be back on Tuesday.
I will be.
And catch you guys later. I don't have anything else to do, and I don't want to string you guys along. So this is me. It's a me thing. It's not a you thing. This is on me.